All right, this is Javi here, and well, I'm doing two reviews in one day since I also saw Dread 3D today. And today I am reviewing the pilot episode of the new CW series Arrow. And I have to say, I really, really, really enjoyed this series. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was an action-packed series, and I love action. Arrow, of course, is based off Green Arrow, who is the DC comic book character. Probably his most recent best known appearances have been on the television show Smallville and the DC cartoon series Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. He's probably best known for Smallville, having been played by Justin Hartley from seasons 6 to 10. And I know that a lot of fans were a little bit, disappointed that Justin Hartley was not going to be uh, starring in this new series, and a lot of people wanted it to be connected to Smallville. I personally feel that Smallville, it had its 10 season run, and it's time to move on. And 10 seasons is a great run, and I'm happy that they're starting new, that they're starting fresh, and that they're giving Arrow his own series and allowing him to shine on his own. And I think the series, just from the pilot, I really, really, really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, and I thought Stephen Armel, who's playing, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his last name right, but I thought he was great. Um, I'm not going to say he was better than Hartley yet, because I think that both Hartley and Armel have both had great introductions as Green Arrow. I mean, I love Green Arrow's introduction on Smallville. He was one of the best things about the show's sixth season, and after coming out of a pretty dark and depressing fifth season, he definitely made the sixth season, the beginning of the sixth season, much more enjoyable. Um, so I love the introduction of both actors and their portrayal of Oliver Queen. So I can't, simply based on the pilot alone, I can't yet to make up my mind which version I prefer. I guess it's all just going to be based on eventually what's done with both of these characters, how things eventually just play out with Armel's character in comparison to Hartley's character. So I'm up in the air on that. I'm not decided on which one I enjoy better. In terms of action, it's the same thing. Same thing. Both were great. Both had awesome action sequences. The action sequences in this one were much more grittier, much more hardcore, much more action packed. But this is a much more action packed show. This is definitely going for, much more action, much more adventure. I mean, drama too, drama too. I can definitely see that there's drama there, but where Smallville put its drama in the forefront, this is putting its action in the forefront. And for an action adventure lover as myself, that's something that I prefer so much more. Not to mention, the action is mostly being done by the main hero, which was one of my main gripes with Smallville, especially in the latter seasons, where it seemed like most of the action, the fight scenes, the major action sequences were not being done by our main hero. But I am willing to let some of that slide because Superman not easy to do if you don't have a high special effects budget, and Smallville was working with a TV budget. So, in all fairness, I do have to cut them some slack on that. But this definitely, I think Green Arrow is a much better choice for a TV show. You get to see the character do his own action, and whatever allies he gains or sidekicks that he may have, they'll they'll be that. They'll be allies and they'll be sidekicks, and they may have the occasional scenes themselves. But I think that the ass kicking is pretty much going to be relegated to Oliver Queen, which is exactly what I like to see. And also, like Smallville, there's a lot of changes of mythology here. The main ones being that in the comic, both of Ollie's parents have died. And also, Oliver is an only child. Here, it's only his father that has passed away. Um, and he has a younger sister named Thea. Um, I like Thea. Unlike, I mean, well, I liked her in the sense that I didn't find her to be annoying, like most, teenage younger sibling characters who can get like annoying. I thought she was a pretty good character. I thought her character was handled quite well. And spoilers here. The character does is represented as having a drug problem, but when Oliver confronts her about it, she tells him off, and she makes some very, very valid points. I mean, she thought that he was dead for 5 years. Her father was dead, her brother was gone. The people that she looked up to and cared about had died on her, and not to mention Oliver himself was not a very good role model prior to being washed ashore onto the uh, island, and she did not, exactly have a very good role model to look up to there, and yeah, so she had to go through a lot, and she had to survive on her own. She makes a very, 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 very valid point, and she's just not an annoying character. The character did not annoy me or irritate me. And it's also been revealed that her nickname is Speedy. So if you know something about Green Arrow, you know that Green Arrow has a sidekick named Speedy. So seems like it's being set up that Thea may end up becoming Oliver's sidekick. I certainly ain't got no problem seeing brother and sister kicking ass side by side. That would certainly be enjoyable. What else? We have Katie Cassidy, who's playing the character of Dana Lance. Typically, this character is the character of Black Canary. As far as I know, she has no superpowers. She's not presented as a superpowered being. Actually, this show is going to be much more grounded. As far as I know, there's going to be no superpowers. All the comic book characters will be characters who are just well trained humans. There's going to be no superpowers on this show. Dana, of course, is just a normal person as far as I know. I have no idea as of yet if she has any fighting prowess, but given that her character is a lawyer, and a lawyer who's going up against some big time criminals in Starling City. She's probably going to end up in a lot of danger. So I think that sooner or later we'll find out if she's just your typical damsel in distress. Arrow has to constantly save her, or if she can actually hold her own in a combat situation. I'm sure that that will be revealed probably as early as the second episode, maybe, since next episode has her being targeted by China White, and who's an Asian assassin, and I'm looking forward to seeing her confrontation between her and Oliver. Should be some good fight scenes there. Also, the one gripe I do have with this show thus far, and it's just one. I want to know where exactly Oliver got these martial arts skills. Because we see him doing like chokeholds on his ex-military bodyguard, and we see him taking on all these highly trained mobster guards, and even goes, in like a one-on-one martial arts fight with like the head, mob guard, and you see, all the moves there, and you see the weapon usage, and I get Oliver being good with the bow and arrow, and I get, Oliver being strong and being fast and developing, I guess, his strength, speed, and reflexes on the when he was trapped on the island for 5 years. But I just don't see all of that adding up to being an instant martial artist and being able to take on other martial artists in like a one-on-one fight. Um, Not to mention being able to choke hold, ex your ex military bodyguard. This is just the pilot episode, so I'm hoping that this is something that does get explained, and the explanation is not that it's the island that turned them into a weapon, because an island, unless there's, and martial arts skills are not just going to develop unless someone's there to actually teach them to you, or unless you actually develop your own style of martial arts. And you know developing your own style of martial arts is generally based on you constantly being in combat. And Oliver was basically a billionaire playboy. So I would very much like to know where those martial arts skills came from. I mean, if he had them prior to getting trapped on the island, he took all sorts of martial arts as a kid, then that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Hey, you know, um, I would imagine that most rich kids would. Oh, well, okay, maybe not most, but I imagine that most kids, whose parents have the money and who are extremely, athletic, would probably take up martial arts. But that's just my guess. I mean, my own father is a black belt and in karate, and I never got into martial arts, so I'm not the I'm not one to make that sort of statement, because by my own logic, I should have a black belt, and I actually don't. But yeah, that is something that that is putting me off just a tiny bit, and I'm hoping that's something that down the line will be explained as the show goes on. But aside from that, I thought the show was great. Action-packed series, great fight scenes. The acting is, I thought all the actors did a really, really, really good job. I enjoyed every single moment of it, and I'm looking forward to more. So let's hope this show can get a full season, and maybe even go past a full season. It would be, I think it would be great to have a second superhero based show that gets to go beyond just like 1 or 2 seasons. I mean, Smallville went 10 seasons. So yeah, I'm definitely hoping that this is our second one, and so far I'm really enjoying it. Right, but this is just a pilot, so we just got to keep on seeing where it goes from here. But so far, so good. All right, this is Javi signing out. Peace out.